Hey everybody, it's Chris Eads, Wootini from GayGamer.net, here with another weekly video podcast. This week I'm actually extremely sore, because yesterday I decided to go back and do one of those Xbox fitness workouts that I liked so much. I did one of my favorite ones, the Most of Fight workout, and it's great, and I felt great doing it. And this morning I woke up and my shoulders and my legs are killing me because I did things that I haven't done in a while, so my muscles are not used to that. My body was not ready. Also, I will not be talking about the end of Batman Arkham Knight because I still have not finished it yet, because there's quite a bit left to do. Like, there's the main story missions, and then I've done every other side thing that I want to do, that I can do, that I feel like I can do, but I'm determined to try to take out all of those extra watchtowers and, you know, all the own the road things and get rid of the checkpoints and the watchtowers. So I got rid of all the checkpoints, and I did another story mission, and now there's a bunch more watchtowers to take out, plus more of those bombs. The watchtowers aren't so bad, because those you can use the strategy and sneak and dive bomb and do what you gotta do. In there you can put in a little variety, because I'm not good with the group combat. So what I'll do is I'll fight a bunch of people, and then if I feel like I'm getting assaulted, I will zip line out of there, get my shit together, and then I will dive bomb back in and take somebody out from a distance. It's a little easier. But those mines are just killing me, because you upload a virus into the mine, and then you are attacked by like 4,000,000,000 tanks. And it's like, at the end of the game now, it was okay in the beginning, then it started getting a little hard, and now I'm at the end of the game where it's just like insane levels of difficulty. So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to finish that. I may at some point have to say, you know what, never mind, let's just finish the story. Because after a certain point it'll just get so frustrating, like after I've done enough tries, that I'll just be like, alright, you know what, F it. I also was distracted from playing Batman because I was reviewing a game. I got a code to review a puzzle game, which you can look for the review of that later this week on GayGamer.net. I was not, however, distracted by Mario Maker. I will not be playing that. Sorry. Because if you're a longtime viewer of this podcast, you know that I do not like platformers. I suck at platformers. I fall to my death constantly in platformers. I am not good at platformers. Therefore, I don't really play them very often. And I know it isn't technically a platform game, but it's a game where you make platform levels and then play through them. And then you get the codes from your friends and you play through the levels that they created. So I also don't really care much for making your own games. I am a creative type. I do like to write, I do like to draw, but I've never found a game where you create your own levels and design your own levels and stuff. I've yet to find one that's really appealed to me and made me want to do it. Like, I know they had that RPG Maker back in the day, on like PS2, maybe? But I never tried it because I was like, no, it's too much effort, like, making the game. I just want to play the games. But I don't want to play platformers, so sorry, I will not be playing Mario Maker with the rest of all my friends who are tweeting out their little codes and everything so that they can play each other's levels, and y'all have fun. It's not my bag, baby. I did want to talk about, it's only tangentially related to gaming, but Apple had their big, massive press conference earlier last week, and it was funny because I went and checked Twitter, and my Twitter was, like, exploding. Like, the newsfeed was just boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, what is happening? And then I was like, oh, they're all about iPhones and iPads and everything. Everyone's excited because the Apple is doing a press conference. And I was like, I never see this except when, like, Nintendo does a Nintendo Direct, which, sadly, they have not done since Iwata-san passed. I'm hoping that they can find... I know they were his baby, really, but I'm kind of hoping they can find somebody else to do it, because I feel like they were a really good way for Nintendo to communicate with the fans. But that's when my Twitter would explode, when the Nintendo fans would be all, woo, look at this, woo, look at that. So there's this weird similarity between the Apple fans and Nintendo fans, I feel. Because I feel like Apple and Nintendo have somewhat similar business practices. However, I will say this about Nintendo. They call them Nintendo Directs for a reason. They are direct and to the point. Even their E3 one, I think, only tapped out at like 45 minutes long. I'm not even sure it was an hour. But like, a normal Nintendo Direct is under a half hour, and it's great. Whereas Apple's doing this press conference, and it was like, somebody in my office was watching it, and I went to drop something off on their desk, and I'm like, they're still going? They're just now getting to the iPhone? What have they been talking about for 2 hours? Oh my god. It's basically like when Sony and Microsoft do their E3 press conferences, and if I don't have to sit in the theater live and I'm just watching it online, I'll watch it after the fact so that I can skim through the bits I don't really care about. When they spend 10-15 minutes talking about, you know, Madden or something, I can just skip ahead a little. Because they just go on and on and on. But it's funny to me because the Nintendo fans are very, like, loyal and, you know, passionate. But I actually think in a fair fight the Apple fans would take the Nintendo fans, honestly. Because the Apple fans get really passionate. Like, crazy passionate. It's also funny because it made me realize that I'm not really a fanboy about anything. Like, I like my iMac. I could never have a PC. I had a PC once, hated it. I've had to have iMacs my whole life because it's an easier computer to work. I just like it better. And that's my thing. However, I never really took to the iPhone or the iPad. I like my Android phone. I actually really like my new Galaxy S6 because of that fast charging cable. It's so fast, it's ridiculous. It's amazing. I'm not sure why Apple hasn't stolen that yet, but I figure maybe with this iPhone 7 they might have that. Unless Samsung totally patented it and then they're screwed. I don't know. But anyway, like, I like Nintendo, but I also like Sony. I also like Microsoft. Like, I try to be agnostic. I try to own a little of everything. So, you know, I'm not really taking sides, you know. I feel, especially with the video games, since, you know, when I write for Gay Gamer, it's best not to have, you know, favorites. You know, I try to keep an open mind, you know. Yes, I like my Wii U, but I admit where it has problems. The Xbox One, you've heard me complain about it constantly. And I'm sure when I do eventually get a PS4, I will complain about that as well. I'm sure there will be something to complain about. There always is. But it's so funny, like, you know, I like some Apple products, but not all of them. But if you dare say anything negative about Apple, especially when they're doing one of these press conferences, people lose their shit. I swear to God, somebody unfollowed me, like, a year or so ago, like, because I was saying stuff, and they were just like, psh. I unfollowed a bunch of people, and I looked to see, and he wasn't following me anymore, and I went, oh, good, then I don't have to follow you anymore either. Goodbye! It's interesting, and I'm sure now that I've said all this, like, I'm trying to be nice about it, but maybe this is what will get people to comment on one of my YouTube videos on YouTube or on gaygamer.net, because it'll be an Apple fan going, how dare you, or something like that, I don't know. Like, whatever. But I do find it interesting, like, the parallels between Apple conferences and Nintendo conferences, and how passionate people get about it, and how excited they are about every new product, you know. Am I weird for thinking that? I don't know. So anyway, that's it for now. I'm gonna stop rambling about this nonsense, and share your thoughts in the comments here on YouTube or here on gaygamer.net. And I will see you back here next week, and we'll talk about something else. Bye!